Why, hello! Thank you for joining me. I am Monkeypuzzle, if you don't know already, and this is episode number 42, playing the Direwolf20 FTB pack for Minecraft 1.7.10 here on the Primus server, and I am where I left you last time. I haven't been here the whole time, but I just wanted to show you how the progress on the orchard went. That's what you call these forestry multi-block farms when they're programmed to be an orchard. So they're fruit picking machine. And I planted all this stuff. We got some lovely butterflies in here. Ooh, that one's stuck, a little captive. But yeah, the butterflies have been breeding. And let's see how the fruit picking has gone. Oh, I got 6 papayas and 2 cherries. Just kidding. There's actually a whole chest full of fruit. I had to make a new chest, and there would have been more, but we updated the pack, and for some reason, I had to update the aqueous accumulator down there because it wasn't pumping water. I just break it and replace it, and now things are going again. So we got plenty of fruit to make some booze with, which we're going to do today. We're going to continue on making the Primus pub. Just wanted to show you the progress on this, and you can see why papayas are superior for juice, especially when you're using it for fuel making purposes in the fermenter, because there's only 3 papayas here, and all these other trees, what did I got? I got like peaches and plums and cherries and apples, and those 3 trees are way outperforming the rest. So that's good to know. When we have a complete papaya farm, we will have all the juice we will ever want. I got some more tree breeding set up, but we're not going to get into that today. Going to keep that going for now. But if we go back over to the Hex Towers, back over here. Okay, I let the world load in a little bit, and I just want to give you a couple updates before we proceed on with the pub. Some stuff that came along with the update to 1.1.1. They skipped over 1.1.0 because there was a couple mistakes with it. So theoretically, Atomic Tinkerer should work now. I haven't tried it yet. I did have a weird issue. I looked in here and my charcoal had gone down to very little. I was up above 500k before, and it was climbing because I had put the survivalist generators downstairs that were supplementing with the blaze rods. Blaze rods are pretty low too, but that's understandable because I haven't been running the blaze farm. And so I went up here to check on what's going with my little autonomous activator tree farm, and they're not working. And I'm like, why are you not working? Well, if you look at them, they now have a power bar, which I think is fair. Doing all that work and not using any power was a bit OP, and I definitely used it to the max with this. So I'm gonna have to pipe some power to this. No biggie. Hopefully they don't use too much. We shall see, but that will put a little dent in our power economy. But that's fair because we've been getting all this wood for nothing. So that's good. And I just wanted to show you that because that's brand new. One other little thing is some of the micro blocks, the IDs must have changed. So we have some of this, what is it called? The dark wood leaves coming into... I saw this happen in a couple places. All right, well, I'll fix that in a moment. Back here at the main part of the base, I've been putting together a chest of some stuff that I still need to put more things in. And I'm going to use all this to build the actual pub building over here in Spawn. So I'm not going to build this on camera. I'm going to just do it and show you because it would take way too long for an episode. And my episodes always go too long. But I think I've decided I'm going to build it out here. A little waterfront view for our bar and grill. And maybe have a little bit go out into the water. And have a patio maybe over here. And down below maybe I'll make a basement where the brewing actually happens. So once I get it set up, I'll show you what I've done. And then we'll go down to the basement and we'll start brewing using the new machines from Extra Trees to do that. So I will see you at that point. I just wanted you to get one more look at the before. Actually, real quick, I just wanted to show you that I've hooked the power up to the autonomous activators, and they are now working again. Trees are cut down. Got a nice power bar in here. We're back in action with the tree farm. Ooh, and this is a small thing, but a really neat thing, I think, is that the facades, the conduit facades for Ender.io, now have matching textures, connecting textures with the non-facade blocks of the same type. That's awesome. So I've just done a little bit, but I wanted to give you guys a quick progress report. I just made a little foundation and basement here. I just used the chiseled cobblestone that was already going on around the lake. I like it because it forms a nice sealed shell that feels like it could actually hold that water back and stay dry. Have a nice space to do our brewing and distilling in here. So nothing much, just simple, but what I really wanted to show you guys is I discovered what's new with Chisel. We've got the regular old Chisel, and if you look at it, it's got a new interface now. And so when you put stuff in here, there's room for a lot more options than there was before. So quite a few things. There's that. There's a lot of new chisel blocks, which I won't even try to show you now. Things like Grimstone and technical blocks and stuff like that. But down here first, I've got this diamond chisel now, and then I'll show you over here. This is the auto chisel, which is pretty cool. So the diamond chisel, you can click on it. It also has the increased interface, but it's got this mode here, single panel, column, row, and you wonder what that's for. You may know already, but there's a new ability for Chisel. So let's like throw a piece of cobblestone in there, and let's pick something in here. Let's say I wanted some of these creeper panels. Okay, so we take that and we leave it in here, and now when you see the diamond chisel, you can see that the creeper panel is still in there. Well, they used to look like that before, but as far as I know, you couldn't do this. So you just left click, and whatever block you've left in there, you can now directly chisel out in the world. So that's really cool. And I actually haven't played with this part yet, but I assume that if you do something like this, now it does a whole column, or at least 3 high. That's pretty cool. Let's see what a panel does. Is that going to be like a 3x3? Yes. Very cool. And let me see what else was in there. Panel, column, row, single. Yeah, so that's really neat. And they take a little damage when you do that. Oops. It's a lot of stuff. You can't see what I'm doing, but you can see there's a little damage bar on both of them. But that's okay. That's reasonable. I always thought they should take damage before. I'm not going to leave it like that. I just wanted to show you guys. And then finally, there's this kind of anvil-y looking thing that is now the auto chisel. And there's these upgrade slots I've already put in here, the speed upgrade and the automation upgrade and the stack upgrade. The speed upgrade and stack upgrade are pretty much explanatory. The automation upgrade allows you to actually pump things in here and pump them out. Why would you want to do that? Well, if you put a chisel in here and you put the block you want things to be chiseled to, you can put the raw blocks in here and boom, they're automatically chiseled. And then if we set this up with some sort of conduits or whatever in or out, then you can imagine that would be great for getting a whole lot of chiseling done at once. You don't have to do it manually, a stack at a time. So that's really cool. Chisel 2 with the update. Someone told me that Chisel 2 was in here before, but I didn't see all this before. This is new to me. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Some new tools to do this with. I've been adding more stuff in here to play with. I got some chiseled torches too. I'm going to try for the lighting. Gonna get this thing all made and decorated up. Some more blocks. I'm not going to use all of these obviously, but just accumulating some new options. These are really cool. You can chisel arcane stone from Thaumcraft. Get these glowy blocks. Might be a little bit gaudy for this project, but I thought those were cool. And finally, I've been playing with these open block paths around the village, and I don't know if they work or not. They're not really quite paths. I mean, it seemed like to be a little weird to walk on, but it's kind of cool. It's an easy way to do it. Probably the way Cat Dog was doing it here is best, but I was just playing with it. Anyway, that's where I am right now. By the time you see me next, I probably will be either finished with this or mostly finished with this. And then we'll start the brewing. Okay, see you then. Alrighty, well, I think I've got it mostly put together. I'm sure I'll keep tweaking on it, but I like it a lot right now. I hope you guys do too. I'm going to take you on a quick tour of it and talk a little bit about some of the things I used to build it, and then we'll get busy making some product because it doesn't have any drinks yet. First, I used that arcane stone chiseled block to make a little flashy sign here. I'm not thrilled with these fancy signs, but they'll do for now. The Primus Pub. So yeah, it's based mostly off of holy stone and walnut structurally. I got a sky stone microblock slab roof, which I like a lot. And we'll certainly keep any falling debris out of it, let alone the rain. So yeah, we got some carpenter's doors here, and I love these particle effects from the holy stone. I hope they don't do too much to the FPS, but the shiny shinies make me want to come in. Quarried stone lanterns from Railcraft. Quite a few mods involved in building this. So there we go. And we come inside. It feels nice and warm and colorful. I really like how it came together. Let me see. I like how the roof gives sort of an expansiveness. I've used the ancient rock from that Thaumcraft Outerlands dungeon for the bar. I think it's appropriate. We've got stools here by the bar and some nice seating at tables over there. Enough chairs, I think, for the whole server to meet if we need to. And let me see, I used potion shelves where I'm going to stock the inventory. I'm going to put the drinks in water bottles for now, or just bottles, I guess, glass bottles. There are glasses in Benny's mod, but you can't make them yet. Let's see if we can see them here. Where are they? There they are. He's got all these fancy glasses, but they're not quite implemented yet. I'd love to cheat one in and put it on the sign for the outside, but I'm not going to do that. And let me see, what else can I show you here? Real quick, this is the wooden tiles, I believe they're called, from the woodworker, from Extra Trees. And you can make all kinds of patterns with this. This is just me playing with it for the first time. Let me see, these are bronze blocks chiseled over here. Let me show you the woodworker real quick. And I laid down all the other machines that are like it too. So this is the woodworker, and you get a choice of all these different patterns. It's really amazing. And you can put any two kinds of wood in here and use it to make the different patterns, the different colors. Right now I was using pine and dark oak wood just to get the kind of contrast that I wanted. I tried a few, and this is what I came up with for now. This doesn't require power, but it does require this wood polish, which I'll show you how to make in a second. And down here, there's a glass worker and a tile worker and a panel worker. I haven't used these three yet. I thought I might in this project, but I think that's enough for now. It's a good entry into it. So let me see. Let me show you real quick of how I got the wood polish, and then I'll finish the tour. So let me I got to get over to my Highlands biome. I had a quicker way to get here, but I would spoil something that I haven't shown you yet. So let's just go the long way over here. And in the Highlands biome, my little ag station, I just threw down a few more machines here. Cat Dog. Oh yes. Oops, that's not yes. That's yes. He keeps trying to get some drinks, and I'm not ready for him yet. So over here, in the squeezer, you put some spruce wood logs, and it makes wood pulp, but it also gives you this resin. And then you take the resin bottles, and you put them in a still, and you can get this turpentine here. I'm getting a little distracted by Cat Dog. And then you get the turpentine, and you can throw it in carpenter like that. And then with some beeswax in here, you get wood polish. So it takes a little bit, but from there you can make all these fancy designs. So let's go on back over to the pub. And I got a little shortcut book over here. And this is actually going to take us downstairs, which I actually don't want to do yet. So let's do it this way. And we'll just go back, take the little walk over there. There is Cat Doggy. Oh my, we've got some customers. They look a little drunk already. Wake up, guys. Hello. Hello, Cat Dog. I'm busy giving the tour. I'm going to make you some drinks. So, back behind the bar, I've got a little secret place. You didn't see that, but I've got these carpenter's hatches here. And you can go on down. Let me tell Cat Dogs what's up. I'm showing YouTube how to brew. Just a sec. Okay, so down here, you got a nice ceiling from all the stuff that I did up top with the floor. And down here, I got a nice clean space ready to do the brewing in. So I've already put down the machines. Over here, we've got, let me just turn Whale on so you can see, we got the fruit press, we've got the brewery, we've got the distillery, and we've got a fluid transposer for bottling. So I haven't actually used these yet, but we'll do it right now together. And I've also got these, my first industrial craft thing I've made on this pack. I put down some of the industrial craft iron furnaces because we may use those to be cooking. Come back during open hours. And we can use those for some cooking upstairs, but we're also going to use those for making some beer and stuff in a minute. So down here, I've brought a whole box of fruit. So let's try some of these. Why don't we start with, let's say some plums. And in here, we can throw the plums into this fruit press. And let me turn the power back on. All right. We got some healthy competition. So I got the power turned off, or I have a way I can turn it on and off, because forestry machines, as I remember, just constantly suck power. So that's my way to prevent that. Eventually I'll make it so they can each turn off individually when they don't have any work. But we are getting some fruit juice here, some plum juice. And apparently the squeezer wouldn't necessarily distinguish between all the different types of juices. So, and also in here, yet another mod, I'm using thermodynamics just because I want some pretty pipes where you can see the liquids real good. So theoretically, if I turn this on, it's going to pump the plum juice over into the brewery. So the brewery, we're going to need some yeast. I've got some yeast made here, but you can also make it, you can make it, and that's how I got it. You can make it with bread and mushrooms. Imagine that. So that way you get, okay, that's lager yeast. So that's for when we make some beer. And then this way you get good old generic yeast. So that's pretty cool. So I don't think we want the lager yeast in the brewery. Let's go ahead and throw this yeast in. And I think it goes here. Yeah. And I don't know if I need to put all this in here or if it'll pull it. Yeah, okay, that's the ghost image. And if you press tab and then mouse over things, it'll actually give you more instructions of what things go in those different slots, because there's not a whole lot of documentation on this thing. So this is our progress bar right here for the brewing. And hopefully any second now, we're going to get some plum wine. Or some kind of plum stuff. So I'll give it a second. As soon as I see something, I'll bring you guys back. And just as I was turning off the recording for a second, it got 20% full of plum wine. So that in itself is already a product. We can have some plum wine. Let me get some glass bottles here. And I haven't done this yet, but I think, let's just get, let me get one of these. I think you can just click right here and get the stuff. Yeah, there we go. So we have a plum wine bottle. Excellent. So that's the first drink here. Let me go ahead and celebrate down here by myself. I click on it. I can't do anything with it. That's very disappointing. Huh. I wonder if there's a way to do it. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move on with the process, and then we're going to send some of this plum wine over to the distillery. I wonder if I need to get it in those glasses or what, or maybe I can drink it out of a bucket. I'll try a bucket next. But so it didn't go in here yet. I wonder if there wasn't enough. This definitely looks like it's full. I guess this is full. So, okay, yeah. So where you set this point is going to determine what you get. And let me see. This one will create plum brandy. And this one, I think, will create plum... I forget, actually. We'll see in a second. After we do the plum brandy, we'll let this progress bar go through. I'm going to let it finish up. We'll get some plum brandy, and then we'll try moving this bar down a little bit and seeing what else we get. Alrighty, there's some of the first plum brandy. Let me try it first with a glass bottle and see what I get. Okay, I just place it in there, and I get that. I got one bottle from the 20% full, and I can't drink that too. How disappointing. This is not going to be a very fun bar if you can't drink the drinks. I'll have to figure that out later, how you actually can imbibe this stuff. I don't have enough yet to use a bucket. Maybe stick a bucket here, and I get a bucket of plum wine. Can I drink that? No. Alright, if you guys know how I can drink this stuff, let me know. Do I need some kind of straw, or I don't know what. There is a straw from Mine Factory Reloaded. I guess I'll make that in a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and keep making this product, and then I'll figure out how to drink it. See, can I put this back? I can. Okay. So if I move this little thing down, we'll make something else. So now let me see, if I press tab, it's making fruit liquor. And not plum liquor. I guess there's only generic fruit liquor. We'll see what it says when we get here. And down here, you actually will get spirits. So yeah, I got fruit liquor. So I guess you can't make plum liquor, but you can make plum brandy. Put that in there. We got some fruit liquor. And then when I get high capacity, I'll just use the fluid transposer to bottle this stuff up. So I can do this with each of the different kinds of fruit and get the brandies or the liquors or the spirits. I guess the liquors and the spirits, like I said, are generic. I'm going to see what some spirits look like in a second. The other thing we can do is I've got some seeds and another brewery in here. I got 3 more or 4 more. Let's take these things out and put them back. Is we can also make beer. And to make beer, we need to make these, the wheat grains, the various grains. So we make wheat grains, and from wheat grains, go like that. You can also get barley grain. If you go like this, you get rye grain. And if you go like this, you get barley grain. Wait, barley, rye. Wait, one of them is supposed to make corn. Let's see. That's barley. That's barley. Let's see, corn grain. Very important for making certain liquors, at least in the real world. Corn grain is made with wheat grain, like that, right? That's wheat grain. Oh well, not that important. So why don't we use this wheat grain right now, and we'll make ourselves a Hefeweizen. We'll see if that works. But I've got power all under here, so I should be able to throw this down, and I'll get some power, and then we can throw some grain in there. And if I press tab and mouse over, this says it accepts brewing grain. So I think I can throw that in there, and I assume it needs a liquid. So let's try giving it some water and see if that makes it work. I'm doing this all on the fly. have not used this before. So let's see what happens. So throw down a reservoir and get some water buckets. Throw one in there and another. And then let me get some pipes real quick so that I can get some water into that thing. Or actually, you know what, real quick, let's just fill some buckets and we'll fill it up that way. So if we put this in there, there we go. So it does accept water. And is that going to be enough to get any brewing going on here? Oh, we need the yeast. Right. So let's use the lager yeast in this one. Put that down there. And still nothing's happening. So it looks like I'm not quite ready to make beer yet, unless I need some roasted grain as well. So let's put that in here in the furnace and see if that changes anything, because all three grains make this sort of generic roasted grain, which I didn't do because it loses the types, and there must be a reason to have the different types of the wheat and the rye and the barley and the corn. So let's just throw some of that in there and see what that does. Okay, we got a lot of different things going on in here. None of that seems to be working. So it seems like I need to do some work on how to brew beer. But we have some drinks here, so that's good. We got some plum wine. We got some plum brandy. We got some fruit liquor. And let's see what's happening here. We got our neutral spirit. So that doesn't sound too interesting. That sounds like something you used for some cleaning or something else. But we got that as well. So we have some of our first product. We can go on up here. By the way, these are dark steel ladders. I liked how they looked, and also they're faster than regular ladders. So let's close up the hatch so I don't fall through. Got these little hatches so you can go in and out behind the bar if you don't want to climb over the bar like I've been doing. So anyway, yeah, we can stock this up, our potion shelves, and we've got some stuff. Excellent. I click on here. I'm going to try one more time. Oh, maybe I have to be hungry. Huh, I should try that. That would be interesting, huh? Let me jump up and down for a while. Oh, I'm flying. Let me jump up and down for a while, and I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I get hungry, if I can drink some. I'll be right back. Okay, I got a little half of a drumstick there of hunger, and I still can't drink this thing. Mwah! All right, I'm turning to you guys again, my viewers. Let me know what I can do with this stuff and how I imbibe it. All right, I'm going to see if I can get Cat Dog over here, and I can serve him now. All right, we have a customer, and he's brought friends. Have a seat, sir. All right. Hello. Would you like a fine beverage? See, we'll get him some plum brandy, some plum wine. How's that? Or a mana cookie. All right. I'm sure it's tasty. Where'd he go? But I don't know how to drink it. All right. Well, the pub is going. It's humming with a crowd here. You can hear all the hubbub. Cat Dog Pig Duck is already doing a fine trade in mana cookies. Hopefully I can eat one of those. All right, you all. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Please help me out with how to drink my drinks and make beer. I'm going to stock the shelves in the meantime down there. I didn't show you but I got that whole shelf down there ready to stock up. So this will be the back stock. We got all these shelves and we got chests to fill up, and we'll get a whole back inventory down there. So when we get a big crowd, a big party, we'll be able to serve them all. And I'm probably should put one of those bells on the counter too, I think, although I would hate that. I would never want to work at the place where someone rang a bell for you. Anyway, this is Monkeypuzzle, standing behind the bar, ready to serve you. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching the whole thing. Bye-bye. All right, I'm back with one little addendum. I had to try it, so I went ahead and cheated in some of these glasses, and you can drink from them. Here's a nice glass of plum brandy. Mmm, very yummy. So I don't think it does anything to you. I don't see any effects or whatever, but you can drink it. So I'll probably just cheat in the glasses, and I'll throw away a glass bottle for every one of these that I bring in or something. I think that's fair, because you should be able to craft them. There's no point in all this if you can't drink the stuff. At least pretend you're drinking this stuff. So I'm just going to do it that way. Hopefully that's okay with everybody. I just want to show you that part. And I have a whole range of fine glasses I can add. So by the time you see me next time, I'll have made a whole array of different drinks, and they'll all be up here. And hopefully by then, I will know how to brew beer as well. Okay. Monkeypuzzle, signing out for the second time. Bye-bye.